Next up in the progress of the renovation is insulation. Steve's put some of the R15 insulating bats in the cavities that go on the wall from the original house out onto the porch. So we have a translation over here. You can see an air gap where the old siding in the house ends. So we're going to have to fill that in with some expandable foam so you don't have a draft in there. We also have larger gaps, like up here. I would consider that a large gap. And then there's smaller gaps down along these planks. So as we zoom out, this is a planked exterior sheathing, so there's a lot of gaps from the planking. So on a windy day, you can put your hands on any one of them gaps and you can feel a slight little draft coming in from the wind. So I'm going to seal those all up with expandable foam. So the step is to vacuum out the dust that's in the gaps so that the foam will adhere, give a chance for the foam to cure and harden, and then trim it flush with the planks and then put the bats in there. Okay, here's how the foam insulation is looking in the gaps. So what I do is I let that dry overnight, and then I take a flat razor and then cut it flush with the planking. So you can see how it's expanded out a little bit. So that's out, I don't know, half an inch, especially on some of these big old burps right here. So we'll let this dry overnight and then I'll trim this back. So I got all the big gaps filled in. That was the gap between the old house and the new house, or the new wall for the kitchen. So I got about this far, and then Steve came over and we kind of switched gears. We got the washer and the dryer out of the bathroom area, pulled up the subfloor. Everything's on dollies so we can move it in and out real easy. So here's the floor in the bathroom area. So what we had to do is assess the floor, because we're going to put a subfloor down and we want to make sure all these planks underneath are not too sketchy looking. There's that right there, that's an area that definitely needs some work. Steve got some planks, so we're going to be able to build that back up to an appropriate structurally sound surface. So let me zoom in on that. This is where water damage occurred. We have some rotted wood. Not good. So we're gonna address this right now and get the subfloor built back in and move the appliances back in so we can continue to wash our laundry. So there's the hookup for the laundry machine there. Here's the 220 outlet. There's the 20 amp 120 outlets. There's the water supply right there. And let me do a turnaround here. So I'm in the process of vacuuming all the dust and the bits and stuff. So we're in the midst of things. That's the old subfloor there, that plywood. And the planks Steve bought to rebuild the floor are these planks right here. He's got about half a dozen of them. So we'll be able to plug these in the areas that are sketchy and get this floor back up to speed. And then the plywood will go on top of the planks. So here's the setup. We had to use a dolly on one end and then hop it over the lip for the wall, and then kind of lean it backwards and get the dolly, one dolly on one side of the wall and one dolly on the other, and use some English and get these up and out of the way. So there's the lip we had to get over. So it wasn't just a matter of rolling it, because we hit that there. So we had to split it into two dollies. So this stuff is in the middle of the kitchen, but that's a necessary evil. We have mission creep. We have new deliverables. We need a bathroom before we have a kitchen. But while the wall's out, it's really easy to get these in and out. So that's pretty awesome. So once I got the floor cleaned up in the bathroom, I'm going to go back to working on the expandable foam and the rest of these planks that are underneath the window. And then I'll get these bays here, get these buttoned up. I want to get that done before I go to work so it has a chance to dry, and then I can trim it in the morning. There's Steve's truck. He has a contractor's truck. It's a real high up truck, so we can get plywood and all kinds of things in there. So that's Steve's ride. Once the bathroom wall is up that separates the bathroom from the kitchen, we're going to have two 30-inch cabinets on this wall, and it's going to be equal distant, and it's going to be like a little coffee bar with a butcher block and some floating shelves right in this area here. To the right is going to be the pantry cabinets and the refrigerator. So this is all the tools and materials that Steve has to move out of this area so he can work there. More than likely he's going to move some of them over here on this side where I used to have the demolition materials from the bathroom. So that clears up a spot for him to move things so he can get busy on this area over here. So that'll be next, and we'll do this wall last. Today, a lot got done. Steve showed up, he backed in with his truck, he had a bunch of materials to offload. He had 2 rolls of insulating bat for the stud cavities. He offloaded that. He also had some planking, which is going to be used to fix any sketchy spots in the floor, the plank floor. Luckily, he got plenty of that, because between talking to him and looking at the bathroom that I just got cleared out of the tile flooring, there was some wonky areas in there that needed to be addressed, and I pointed it out to him. So we decided to take the washer and the dryer out of that area. We took the 5/8 plywood. There was 2 sheets of it, one on top of another. Took that off. That's what the washer and dryer was sitting on. So we could have a look at the underneath material and see if there's anything that's hidden from view that needed to be fixed while we were fixing the walked out areas. Turns out there is spots that need to be fixed. The planks that he got for the kitchen floor will fit in the bathroom as well. It's the same size. So he's busy doing that as we speak. He also told me that Tim, the electrician, is free on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and he's going to shoot over and do a preliminary walkthrough, take a look at what we want to have done, look at the infrastructure in the cellar, how he wants to tie in, look at the circuit box, all those electrical things, and come up with a plan and start doing some I guess planning on his end, you know, what materials he would need, what he'd need to order, that sort of thing. Good chance we're going to need another breaker box, because our currently the one we have is full. So we might need a sub-panel breaker box, probably wired close to the kitchen, so we can use shorter runs of wire from that circuit box up to the kitchen. So that's probably what's going to happen, but Tim's the one who's going to know the best approach to take with that. So we currently can't do any laundry. Steve probably will have that floor done today or tomorrow, so a couple of days without laundry, that's not a big deal. But we might have to call on our friends to let us commandeer their washer and dryer for a day or two, in case the bathroom floor needs a little more substantial work, or for whatever reason it doesn't get done in time before we run out of clothes. So please say yes if we ask for that favor, if you're able to accommodate us. So that's what happened today. I just took a shower. I'm heading to work. Probably going to just barely make it there on time, but that's okay. Used the whole day, got a lot done. I'm pretty happy with our progress. It's like full speed ahead.